Yeah. Mitakayo and all my relations. All my relations, all my relations. How you folks doing? I am dismayed. I am dismayed. I know headline news, right? But I've got confidence in myself. I got confidence being a child of God. I have confidence in God. I have confidence in humanity and in the American spirit. But again, back to headline news. I am dismayed. This country. What the heck? Hey, I come late to a lot of stories because a lot of ways that people react to things uh, really never enters my mind. For example, Gal Gadot, right? Wonder Woman, the Israeli actress, recently accepted the role as Cleopatra in an upcoming film. And it was hours later, a day later, that I heard that uh, Twitter, the folks on Twitter, the warriors on Twitter were outraged that this role didn't go to an Egyptian or a Muslim woman or a person of color. But guess what, folks? Cleopatra, though born in Egypt, was Greek. I mean, Egyptian citizen, but her ethnic line, Greek all the way. So, yeah, pale skin. Never thought that people would react this way, but of course they did. I should be thinking that, right? Uh, if somebody says something, I just said something. If I were a hotshot, if people knew me, there would be outrage. And for the things that I say, yeah, there should be outrage. Uh, I got good people on Facebook. I got good people who listen to me, good people who are willing to dialogue with me. I don't have problems. I mean, I'm not against Democrats. I'm not against liberals, quote unquote. I actually think that I am an actual liberal, but the definition of liberal has changed much over the decades that I have been walking this earth. So I have seen these videos of people, and I'm not even interested in knowing their names. Their names are not important. I'm not going to learn them and repeat them. But black women speaking about the attorney general of the town where Breonna Taylor lives. Now, these are facts that I should know. My apologies. Um, and a black man, and he got on when he made his announcement about no criminal charges being filed or no criminal charges being levied against any of the officers for the killing of Breonna Taylor. Um, he said, as a black man, uh, I understand this pain, and he was choking back tears. And then I saw two videos of black women, well-known black women. One was at a rally. She was on a podium, and the other one, and the news cameras were there, and the other one was, she had an interview with somebody, maybe CNN. And they both said the same thing. He ain't black. They went out of their way to say how this man was not black, is not black. And they used this horrible term, skinfolk but not kinfolk. Skinfolk but not kinfolk. Oh my God, that's horrible. Somebody on Facebook, somebody whom I deeply admire, used that phrase, I don't know, a month ago, I guess. First time I heard it, because, I come late to things. And I wrote back, I said, that's the saddest thing I've heard all week. It is distressing. Folks, we're all kinfolk. We all come from Africa. Follow the science. We are all from Africa. The human race, one race, originated in Africa, the Fertile Crescent. We're all of the earth. We're all people of color. So, these folks, oh my God, and this one lady really went off at length about how the Attorney General is not black, some sort of traitor. I am never I, I don't have to pledge this to you because I have pledged this to myself. I know who I am. I will never say that somebody is not of a certain ethnicity or a certain culture or a certain color, certain race, if you will, because for any reason, if there's a bad person, I'm going to say that's a bad person. That I'm not going to say that they're a traitor to their culture. I'm not going to say somebody else is a credit to their culture. My God, what nonsense! What absolute unmitigated gall! What nonsense! Joe Biden trying to tell black people who is and who isn't black. And then you have black people trying to tell other black people who is and isn't black. And if you don't believe who is and isn't black, as according to their definitions, according to their standards, then guess what? You ain't black. Or you're one of the bad whites, or you're a typical white. God bless it. Stop this nonsense. Stop this nonsense. Stop this nonsense. We are human. We are human. This is our skin. This is our heart. This is our soul somewhere in here. This is our brain. We are human. We are one. One family, one race. And I have respect for everyone. For everyone. There are people who go out and they do whatever they can to abuse their humanity and abuse the respect that I and others have for them. And yeah, then they got to atone. But there's nothing disrespectful about being Republican or being conservative or being libertarian. Nothing at all. There's also nothing disrespectful or repugnant about being Democrat. Nothing. But the folks that are leading the Democrats these days, what are you doing? What are you doing? And beyond that, I believe anyone can find redemption. So I'm talking to the people that are following those folks who are among the progressives who are setting the quote-unquote rules. I say quote-unquote because they seem to change every day. Yeah, I know there are some bad Republicans out there. There are bad conservatives. I know that. But you don't have well-known highly influential, even small influential Republican leaders and conservative leaders and libertarian leaders calling for violence, calling for violence, emotional violence or vocal violence, being okay with protesters actually becoming rioters and destroying property and going into restaurants and upturning tables. You don't have Republican mayors and Republican governors allowing these protesters to keep doing what they're doing and not just shutting the whole thing down. That is absolutely a Democrat strategy. So even these people that are leaders on this strategy, even they can be redeemed. Even they can listen to the truth. Even they can actually see the truth. But my hope, my strategy, my goal is to hit all the other people. And then when they see that they're actually changing their minds and changing their goals and changing their hearts, then maybe those leaders will too. But man, if we can actually affect those leaders, and then instead of trickling up, we go trickle down, I really believe that if most blacks were conservative, if most blacks were on the right, I really believe that most whites would be too, because they're just following along. This is mass hysteria. By this point, a lot of you have left me already, in this video. But this is the truth. Walk away from it. Open your eyes. Walk away. Have actual compassion for your neighbors. Neighbors being everyone. Display it, demonstrate it, embrace them, stand by them, and help them through all their issues. Peace. Four fingers. Talk to you soon.